want Philly, Philly?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's easy to sum it up. We're talking about practice.
Because it's about as casual as it gets. What's the problem now?
That's a clown question, bro.
I think we ought to send a beating at least.
World champions!
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
Philadelphia, looking as only you can look. Woo!
Here we go, here we go.
Click on Zombie Apocalypse.
Yo, I love that welcoming video for the J&P Sports Podcast.
Oh, the one I created? Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Dude, it's awesome. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to week 18. Wow. Dude, I can't believe I lost track this time. I'm usually reminding you. Week 18 of the J&P Sports Podcast. My name is Patrick Wilson. I'm proudly joined by my co-host, Jonathan Papp. John, how you doing today?
Well, like the video said, we're talking about practice. Ben Simmons is back at practice, ready to go. Yeah, I said it. Back and ready to go.
So, Sixers just lost like $50 million in profits because Ben Simmons is back now. I guarantee you this fan base is not going to be happy with that.
This fan base is always unhappy. I don't care if they're happy. I'm happy because he makes our team better.
Until he chokes in the playoffs and we get nowhere again.
No. I mean, I'm just waiting for him to prove people wrong. Just like my boy Carson up here. I mean, it's just a good day to be me right now because I am right on a lot of things so far. And Carson playing well. I mean, I said that from the beginning. I said that before they traded him. And if you don't believe me, I have a whole article written about reasons why they should not trade him.
I did read that.
Yeah. And Ben Simmons, he's back.
Had to line it up.
He is back.
Dude, I'm not happy he's back. Because in the end, I feel like, yeah, it makes the team better in the regular season, but he's just wasting Embiid's playoff chances. He's just going to choke.
Okay, give me a better option right now with him, Ben Simmons, sitting out.
Anybody willing to shoot the ball.
You're not gonna go anywhere. You need him to play to either trade him or to just be Ben Simmons.
Well, if he becomes Ben Simmons, the Ben Simmons that we know, his trade value is going to go down, and we're not going to get him for anything that we pay for him. Like, we're going to have to give a package deal just to get rid of him, just like the Flyers had to literally get rid of Ghost by trading Ghost and 2 draft picks to the Coyotes for nothing.
No, because Ben Simmons is much more valuable in the league than Shane Gostisbehere ever will be.
Yeah, I guess I kind of explained that a little wrong. I think more along the lines of you're not going to get anywhere back or anywhere. You're not going to get back anywhere near where you want. Just happened in my video. You're not going to get back what you want for him because he's not producing what you're paying him for.
I agree, but you need him to come back and play so that you can trade him. I still don't think you're gonna get the player who you want.
Yeah, you're probably
Um,
not.
Like some people think that Michael Porter Jr. fits. I mean, offensively he does, but defensively he's not that good. So you're just flip flopping what Ben Simmons is.
At least he'll put points up on the board in the playoffs when the time is needed.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to stop Giannis. You're gonna have to have somebody stop Giannis, and I hate to tell you, but Matisse Thybulle is not that guy.
Put it on Maxey. Who cares if it's his second year? Put all the pressure on Maxey.
Yeah.
The
Let me
6'1" player.
let me just do some physical traits for you. Giannis is like 6'11" with a wingspan of like 8.5 feet, where Maxey is like 6'2".
Yes, in a heartbeat.
No.
Yes, absolutely. I will go
No.
to a Sixers game with John just to boo Ben Simmons every time he touches the ball.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
If he comes back with another team after he's traded, fine. If you want to go down there and boo him, fine. I will not. I will not boo him whether he's on this team.
I didn't say
another
you
team.
had to. I'm saying I will.
I am not.
I will. I totally will.
Would never.
I would never. I would never. No.
Yeah, I would never
Not in a
throw
million
stuff
years.
at
No
him.
matter how much I hate him, not in a million years.
This
I'm
isn't.
not that fan.
This isn't Tennessee.
But John, I'm the only 10 you see.
You're really lucky I can't flip you off now.
I mean, you could. You could if you really wanted to.
Well, now that we got Chris in here, next Saturday is the Union game that we'll all be at.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, every time we tried telling you, you were gone. Yeah, we're gonna be at the Union game next weekend on the 23rd, so we'll be able to meet up and see you.
Let's see.
Heated. Oh, what? That I said yes, I would.
Oh, he's not going to be there anymore.
Man.
It's all right. We'll pour one out for you.
Oh, I definitely will.
Let's see.
As we're tailgating, dude, we're gonna be there at like 1 o'clock. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely pour one out for you.
Let's see. You and Eric got heated because you're against booing your team. Yes, I agree. You cannot boo people on your own team if it's not for the play on the court. Like if Ben Simmons,
I mean, technically, I would be booing him for his play on the court in the playoffs.
No, you would be booing him for his actions after that. That's the difference.
Well, a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Guess who's right again? Guess who's got two thumbs and right? This guy.
I mean, I would still be booing him for his actions in the playoffs because, you know, when you shoot four times in 7 games in the fourth quarter.
Thing in the playoffs and passes up a dunk, you can boo him. I would boo him. But I'm not going down there and immediately booing him for stepping on the floor.
Disappointing.
It's just not, it just doesn't make logistical sense.
It does to me. You want to be a crybaby for everything that you do? Yeah, go ahead. Just don't do it with me. Just don't do it on my team. Like he's like the worst team player I've ever seen.
No, he's
just because he gets assists doesn't mean he's doing it for the team.
It does.
Not really.
How?
Because he's not producing where he needs to produce for the team. And then when he gets told that, he blows it off and says, I am what I am, sucks to be you. I'm not going to change to make myself better for the team. Like, that's not a team player, in my opinion. I don't care if you get 80 assists in a game. If you can't improve in the spots where you need to improve, you're not a team player, in my opinion. Or if you don't attempt to, I should say. There's a difference between not attempting to and not actually improving. Like, he shows all the time that he can shoot, but then he won't. He just won't shoot, which then hurts his team. What a team player that is. But yeah, he'll go and pass the ball, and then somebody who isn't afraid to shoot will shoot it. That's the only reason why he's getting the assists.
Yeah. Well,
I bet you if he passed it and then the person he passed it to passed it to somebody else every time, he would get nowhere near the amount of assists. And then what would he have? A couple blocks? A couple steals? Exactly.
He would have a paycheck. I don't know.
Exactly. That's what I mean, though. Like, there's room for improvement. Like, even in my company, I'm having a review coming up, and I'm planning out the stuff that I need to improve on, that I want to work on, which I will work on. Ben Simmons, he's like, oh, I don't shoot, but I'm not going to. I'll show you that I can shoot, but I'm not going to shoot, and I'm not going to work on it to make myself better for it and to make the team better for it. So, that just sucks for you guys. And it's like, no, you can't do that. No matter what league you're in, you can't do that.
Hold on. Where?
Hold on, let me add it to the stream.
Hold on. I can't find it yet. Hold on. I'm having a hard time finding.
Are you doing a sound alert or a stat box?
No, it was gonna be a video of Ben shooting.
I don't need to see that again.
But it's a different video.
I don't care if it's a different video. I don't need to see him shooting unless it's in an actual game.
I could show you him standing at practice today.
It's basically what he does on the court anymore, in my opinion.
You haven't seen him. How can you have no idea about basketball.
You're right. I really don't have too much of an idea, but when he needs to improve in areas that he needs to improve in and he won't do it, to me, that's just being lazy. And that's just standing around.
It's arrogance on his part for not wanting to shoot in a game. But that doesn't make him a bad player. Just because 1/5 of his game is non-existent doesn't make him a bad player when the other 4/5 is really good.
Yeah, but when it hurts your team every time, it makes you a liability.
At some points, it does. But that series was not lost just because Ben Simmons passed up a dunk.
Well, yeah, there were definitely other factors in it, like Thibault's foul.
Take out Game 7. You lost 2 other games at home.
Yeah.
3 if you count Game 7. You're not going to win a series. You don't deserve to win a series if you lose 3 games at home when you had 4 total.
That is true.
So
that is definitely very true.
I mean, you were the number 1 team with Ben Simmons. You were, you cruised through. I don't even remember who we cruised through in the first round. Who'd they play?
Hornet? No, not the Hornets.
No. I don't know. Some scrub team. Ran right through.
Rockets?
No, Rockets are in the West.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't remember.
But there's things that you can
They
take.
should have done the same thing to the Hawks.
Doc Rivers is more of a problem than Ben Simmons. What was that?
Power surge. Yeah, Doc Rivers does need to improve on his play calling. Thibault's foul was like the main reason why they ended up losing that game 7 because it gave the Hawks the points they needed to stay ahead for long enough for the game to finish. But I still will put a lot of the blame on Ben Simmons when you only when you shoot 4 times in the fourth quarter in 7 games where your team has been lacking in putting points up and you need a little bit of a change. He's got to try and attempt more shots.
I agree, but you also have 2 other guys that like to dominate the shot category, in Embiid and Tobias Harris. You see what I'm saying? Because even if he dunks that ball, he's got 5. He's got 5 shots. The play is still every time down the floor. Get Joel Embiid the ball. That's still the play every single time going down in crunch time in Game 7.
Yeah, because Ben Simmons is too scared to shoot without being fouled.
No, it's because Joel Embiid's a better player and a better scorer.
All right, cool. Then get rid of Ben Simmons and get someone Embiid can.
You need 2 stars to win.
All right.
And what star are you gonna get?
Thibault's your next star.
No, he's not.
Maxi's your next star.
Yeah. Not yet.
Steph Curry is your next star.
Your next star would be Tobias Harris, but you have Embiid as your superstar, right? You need 2 superstars to win. But if you have a superstar and a star, like you do with Joel and Ben, and then you have Tobias, who's a star underneath of that, who's an all-star, right? So you have superstar, star, all-star. Ben's a star because of his defensive whatever. Tobias Harris is an all-star. If you need 2 superstars to win, and the Brooklyn Nets have 3, the Bucks have 1 superstar and 2 stars in Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. You need more than once. You need either 2 superstars or 1 superstar and 2 stars, and then depth behind them. Which I think the Sixers have some depth because Isaiah Joe looks very, 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 very good.
The Sixers definitely do have depth.
Isaiah Joe shot 60% from 3 in the preseason.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It just looks good right off the hand.
Yeah.
And Furkan looks a little bit better defensively. I mean, we all know he can shoot the ball.
All right, cool. Replace Ben Simmons with Furkan.
You can't. You just can't do that. Because
why not?
Furkan's going to get exposed.
I mean, Ben Simmons was exposed with how he doesn't shoot.
Yeah, but there's ways around that. One yawn. Furkan is a role player, max. He's never going to be a starter. He's going to be a solid role player for a playoff team.
Fine, put Dwight Howard in for Ben Simmons. I don't care.
We don't have Dwight Howard.
Oh, you don't have him anymore?
No, he's back with the Lakers. We have Andre Drummond, who looks really good. He looks really good. Actually, Embiid got into a little scuffle with him a couple years ago, which was kind of funny. And now they're teammates. But yeah.
All right, replace Ben Simmons with him. I don't care.
They don't play the same position.
Put him in there. I don't care. Just get Ben Simmons off the freaking team.
You're not gonna run the Twin Towers offense.
Why not?
Because it just doesn't work.
You don't know until you try.
I do.
You don't know until you try.
All right. Let's talk some Flyers because this is just going over and over and over again.
And I'll just keep sticking with my statement. Get Ben Simmons off that court.
What'd you think of the Flyers in the home opener?
Looked fantastic in the first period. laid off the gas pedal in the second, brought it back in on the third, and then lost in a shootout. So basically, they're in midseason form. Like,
I agree.
I'm still really excited about this team, though, because they definitely do have a much better veteran presence this year than they do last year. They seemed much more gritty this year than they did last year. TK's already in midseason form, calling someone an angry elf. That was hilarious. But Hart worried me a little bit by giving up those 4. Granted, it wasn't all his fault.
Two are bad bounces. I mean,
PK was bad too. I mean, you
PK's
give up a
always
5,
bad.
give up a 5 on 3. Like, come on. That one's on the team. That's not on Hart. Like, I mean, like if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember because I was driving up to Bloomsburg when the game was on, so I was trying to listen to it, and it was like in and out as I was driving up there. But I'm pretty sure there was like one good shot against Hart that went in, and the other 3 were
the other
just
one
like
banked.
were like really soft.
Yeah, the other one banked off the back and then came up and just hit his skate. Other one was a severe angle from like the corner that like hit off his like shoulder or his helmet and went in, which, I mean,
That's a snipe.
how many times is that going to go in? And the other one, Hart didn't have his foot on his skate on the post, and the puck kind of went underneath his skate, and Sanheim went to go dig it out, but by the time he went to go dig it out, the guy scored. So he just pushed it in. So that was more of him just kind of not getting his skate onto the post.
All right. So there's still improvement. Like, he's still making those small mistakes that he wouldn't in his rookie year. But hopefully he can get back into his like rookie year form soon, because we really need him there.
I think he looked good. I think you can tell that the defense is a little better in front of him than last year. Ryan Ellis is just as advertised.
Yeah.
You know, Ristolainen wasn't even in there. So you had to play Sealer, I think his name is.
Sealer's
who
back
I
down.
like. No, he's coming back.
Is he? I thought they put him back down in the AHL. I saw it this morning.
Yeah, they did. And then a lot of people thought that Ristolainen was back because he was on the ice this morning, but he's still day-to-day, and AV said that Sealer's coming back. It was just to protect like cap money or some stupid thing like that. So so he's coming back up to play. I think Ristolainen should play by the end of the week, whether it's who do they play? Whether it's Wednesday or whether it's Wednesday against the Bruins or Saturday against the Panthers, he should be back by the end of the week.
Okay.
And then they had Ristolainen and Keith Yandel together instead of Travis Sanheim and Ristolainen at practice today.
Okay.
Keith Yandel, he looked a little slow, not gonna lie.
He is what, 37, 38?
Yeah, so
he's gonna look slow.
That's where by the middle of the year, I think you see Cam York or Sealer there to kind of overtake that spot.
I think they're going to keep putting Sealer in there because they want Cam York to develop a little bit more in the AHL.
Which is fine. I mean, I'm
like
okay
Sealer
with that. But
yeah, that's what I tell people all the time. I want to see York in the AHL for at least one more year before they try and put him up in a pro spot. Especially with right now, they have a lot of veteran presence there on the defense to help Provorov and to help Sanheim develop a little bit more. Like, they have that veteran presence, which is what they need.
Yeah.
So you don't want to replace one of those veterans with a rookie if you don't have to.
Right.
If there's like a major injury or two, yeah, bring him up. I'm okay with that too. But just to have him up like everybody wanted, not yet. He'll be great for the power play when time comes, but just not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I just don't know what they can do for their PK. I mean, their best PK situation is them just staying out of the penalty box because they're god awful.
Yeah. Having Thompson back does help.
Thompson, Cam Atkinson's really good. I mean, they had a 2-on-1 shorthanded opportunity. Oscar's a good
Coots.
player on there. Yeah. But I mean, Cam Atkinson, right after the game, took full responsibility for it.
Both John and I will completely agree on this when we say we disagree.
Yeah, if you think I defend Ben Simmons, you just wait for Carter Hart.
He will defend Hart. I don't even need to talk. He will defend Hart so much more than he will defend Ben Simmons.
Actually, all three of them, Carson, Ben, and Carter Hart, are three guys that I will defend until I die.
Yeah, like Hart definitely needs help in front of him. And when you get a 5-on-3,
well, here's an issue too,
and a long 5-on-3, right?
I would say it was about a minute or so. But I mean, they scored right away. It wasn't.
Oh, it wouldn't have mattered. Okay.
Yeah. The thing is, in the first period, they looked really good because they had offensive zone possession.
Yeah, they sounded really good.
They had possession. They controlled the pace. They did what they wanted, basically. Part of that was the Canucks looking a little slow and rusty. But still, they controlled the pace, and the second and third period the second and half of the third period was what we saw last year, where they were just constantly on, playing catch up, and they would all their whole entire offense was just dump and chase with one guy because the rest had to change because they were so tired. By the time they got the puck, they were exhausted, so they just had to go dump and chase and change. And line change. So they they couldn't stay out of the penalty box. So it was you saw what they could be, and you saw what they are right now in the game. So
yeah.
What is that podcast? Tendies on Pattison.
I'm definitely going to that because if it's hockey and soccer, I'm totally in. It sounds like it's just hockey though. It's probably just a podcast on like hockey goalies and like which ones are like improving, which ones are declining, what ones they believe are really good, what ones they believe are horrible.
Flyers talk.
Oh, just Flyers. Oh, okay.
Let's do it. Actually this week I do have some time because my grad course.
When is your next episode? That's what I want to know. When
we'll
is
figure
your
it
next
out.
episode? I will shout you out right now when your next episode is. What are you doing?
We can be there. I got a tennis ball.
Oh. Wednesday at 5:30. All right, that might be a little rough for me, but I can definitely try and be there.
This week I'm definitely out. Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. Okay. Thursday.
That's a possibility.
That should be better for me. I have to figure out exactly with my sites at work whether or not I'll be on time.
It's a possibility.
That's a huge possibility. Like
you
start basically roughly around when I get home from work. So after me showering and everything, because I'm spraying chemicals all day, I need to get all that crap off of me. It'll be a little rough, but everybody in here, make sure you go to
Tendies on Pattison.
Thank you. Tendies on Pattison podcast. Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there. Complete Flyers talk. Gotta love it. via Twitter. All right, I gotta make sure I have the Twitter up.
Especially because that is after they play the Kraken and they play the Bruins this week. So
yeah, if
could have some more of a sample size. See what
they need to win against the Bruins. They definitely need to win against the Bruins. I mean,
they need to be a hacksaw too.
They definitely need to beat the Kraken, but they really need to beat the Bruins, especially since it's a divisional game. So they need to be 2-0-1 by the next podcast.
Yes. Speaking of which, are we doing this podcast on Friday? Before? Or wait, I got a golf tournament that day, so it would have to be late at night.
Oh yeah, the Union game. What we'll do is Sunday again.
Okay, that works.
We'll do it Sunday. All right, cool. No way for going to our first game since 2008. Oh,
Throw the bag. Blank check. Blank check to Kellen Moore. We haven't even gotten into the Eagles.
that is true. We have not gotten into the Eagles yet.
How about he's playing himself into top 15 quarterback again?
Just like the Eagles knew he would.
I
He
knew
would
that
be.
he would.
I never said that he was a bad quarterback. He definitely had a bad year. But I definitely think the Eagles did him wrong, which definitely did not motivate him.
It was his situation that he was in, not the player.
Yeah. And
If
now
they
that he's
gave
out
him
of the
one more year.
situation, he's playing so much better.
If they gave Carson and Doug one more year, they could have been okay.
Your dad did not like that comment.
That's okay.
he did not like that.
He
comment.
doesn't like my Ben takes either. Like I sent
I
him.
mean,
a tweet.
I don't either.
I sent him a tweet about how Furcon missed Ben.
No, I'm
Cork
good.
bomb.
Vince Russo, WWE writer, is going to be on CEV on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Okay. All right. Sorry. Back to the Flyers. Guys, go check out CEV Sports as well. We are actually partnered with them. So definitely go watch them. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Why'd you put that comment back up? That's what I was talking about.
I didn't touch anything.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Because my mouse didn't move.
I
All right.
didn't do
So-
anything.
6 p.m. Eastern Standard, Wednesday.
Sorry. Cork bomb.
I'm trying to help promote our partners, John. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday. Vince Russo, WWE writer, will be a special guest. So go check out that podcast. Now we can go back to the Flyers real quick and then move on to the Eagles again.
Flyers, we got to talk about our question that we have now that we have a couple people interacting about the shootout.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so there was let me pull it
So
up
there was
here.
a poll on Twitter asking about your thoughts on the shootout. Basically saying, like, in the poll, would you keep the rules the same? Would you have the 3v3 hockey for 10 minutes and then the shootout? Or would you just have 3v3 hockey until somebody scores? Like, we want to know what you guys think. Me being a soccer player, I thoroughly enjoy the shootouts. So I say 3v3 for 10 minutes. I said the 3v3 for 10 minutes, then the shootout, which I might have actually done on this account by mistake.
That's what I said too. For 10 minutes. I don't think you can play 3-on-3 until it's over because that's just too exhausting for the players, but I think a 10-minute cap instead of 5 minutes can work, and you'll see less and less shootouts. I don't think the shootout overall is bad, but I think limiting how many times you go to the shootout is what you need.
3v3 for 10 minutes. Is that supposed to be then shootout or
Yeah.
no shootout?
Probably no shootout. He hates it, I think.
Game shouldn't be decided by skills. 4-on-4 for 7 minutes, 3-on-3 for 5. 7 minutes is a weird number. Why do 7?
And why 4-on-4 when 3-on-3 is just as exciting?
3-on-3 is more exciting. Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying. Why do 4-on-4?
Yeah, no shootout. You meant to say no shootout.
So then what? They just end in a tie? It's just football now?
Well, soccer does that in the regular season.
Well, soccer also ends the freaking Olympics and the World Cup on goal kicks. Like, what goes on there? Just play until you fall on the ground.
You try running up and down a 100-yard field for 95. Well, actually, if it's going to a shootout, 120 or 130 minutes, really.
Yeah,
because of extra time.
Yeah, but there's no games after that. Why you're at the highest point of your career? Why would you want it to end?
So physically exhausting, dude.
Okay, but you have plenty of time to recover.
When you're playing, what if nobody scores for 200 minutes?
Okay.
You'll be running up and down a 100-yard field for over 3 hours.
Okay, how about this? After
I don't know who would be conditioned for that, other than like God himself. Like,
how about we do this for soccer? After 120 minutes, you then get the free sub. Instead of having only 3 for the game, you get the free sub.
in extra time, you do get a free sub. You get an extra sub.
Like, well, okay. When I mean free sub, I mean you can sub as many people as you want, as long as they haven't come back into the game, and as long as they haven't been in the game already.
Well, you only have like 5 or 6 people on the bench to begin with.
Exactly. Use them all.
Yeah, but then what about the other 5 or 6 people that are out there that have been running out there for over 3 hours?
They're screwed.
Like,
play until you fall over. It's the World Cup. Why end it on a what's it called? Why end it on a goal kick?
it's a lot more exciting and a lot more nerve-wracking for the fans and for the players.
3-on-3 is awesome.
3-on-3 is awesome.
Something that the NHL actually did right.
I do agree with John on that one. I love the 3v3s. It's a lot of fun.
And then like hockey does it right. Like when in the regular season, sure, have a shootout, no problem. But when it comes to the playoffs, you play 5-on-5 until you fall over.
Play until death or goal.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like,
or you should have scored earlier. If the game is 0-0,
it's soccer. It's soccer, dude. It's not as easy to score as you think.
Well, that's not my problem. I'm over here sitting on my couch waiting for something to happen.
I hate you sometimes. Like, imagine if it went on to like 200 minutes or 300 minutes.
It's not going to.
You don't know that.
Yeah, have more toughness.
It's not the toughness that you need.
Don't be a quitter.
It's the stamina portion of it. Running up and down a 100-yard field for 4 or 5 hours.
That's why
3 hours even is not good.
That's why you use your whole bench after the 120 minute.
But then you still have 5 or 6 players out there that play the entire time.
Okay, they should be your best players. And if they're really your best players, they would score.
No.
Yeah.
It's not how that works.
Why not?
Do you know how many defenders score goals in soccer? A lot. It's not just your best players that score the goals. Soccer is so much more of a team effort than you'd think.
Okay, what if after the 120 mark you could sub in and out like basketball and just put in whoever you want, take them out? put
That
'em
would
back
be much
in?
better. I would be okay
Okay.
with that. That would be
But
so much better.
But you still play until death.
You still play until somebody scores. That like I can live with that. Because you're subbing people in and out, you're giving them breaks that they will need.
Yeah.
That is perfectly fine with me.
Then play till death then.
If they make that change where you can sub in and out whenever, here, let's get that away. If they make that change where you can sub in and out whenever, I would be okay with that.
After
But
the 120 mark.
after the 120 mark, I would be okay with that.
You could
But
even
then-
have it like a system where it's like after the 120 mark, if you want to sub, you have to use your entire bench. You have to, if they came in or if they come out, they can't come back in. Then you get to the 50 mark. That's when you can free sub in and out.
Actually,
How's that?
something that I think you could do is do the 15-minute interval thing where at every half you can do the free sub willy-nilly, but then within those 15 minutes, you have to keep the players on there.
You could do that as well.
That way they still get the little bit of breaks. You can sub people in and out.
They would flip
type
ends.
thing. Yeah, well, maybe after like 30 minutes. Or soccer's 10 times more of a sport than golf is.
Hey, I walk a lot.
Well, I mean, according to some fitness coaches, walking isn't good enough.
Well, my fitness coach, which is myself, thinks that's plenty.
No,
Plus,
he
we
is
have
a
50
he is
have-
a fan of soccer. It's just
50
I
pounds.
know
back.
him. Dude, you just froze there and then interrupted me. Rude.
You were not
That's
talking when I started talking.
No, he is a fan of soccer. He just knows that I played soccer for 18 years, like on an actual team. So he loves messing with me about it. That's why I gave that little look to him. I mean, that is true too. That is totally
I
true. When
chose my
John
sport,
finally
other people chose
unfreezes,
theirs.
there you go. He's not frozen anymore.
I
don't know if it's like
other
freezing
people
for
chose
me or
theirs.
if it's you freezing.
I don't know. But tennis does get me moving a little bit too.
Tennis is much more of a sport than golf is.
No, it's not.
Golf may have the most athletic
Tennis,
motion.
if it sprinkles, they stop playing.
Do they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because I got an email last week that said, hey, it like misted. We can't play. The courts are wet. It's like in an hour it's gonna dry up. Why can't we just push it back an hour?
That's on you.
Golf,
I'm sitting on my butt waiting for something to happen.
golf, I'm at least playing in the snow and rain and carrying 50 pounds on my back.
Or his idea of hitting the weight room is picking up a chicken finger.
Did have a bag of chips sitting around here somewhere.
For those of you who don't know, John's main diet consists of chicken and more chicken,
I had chicken
especially
parm tonight.
fried.
I had
Exactly.
some chicken parm tonight. That was good.
I'm surprised you actually had chicken with something else on it other than
Chicken
The,
parm with some
red-
pasta.
the Red Lobster seasoning. John's allergic to weights.
It's fine with me. I'm all right with the little 260 fairway finder.
That was a good one. I like that one. All right, what do we?
Who has the best scoring average on my team? Thank you very much. And who doesn't hit the ball that far? Thank you very much.
Jerry.
Me. I have the best scoring average on our team at like 75.6.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, a little 260 fairway finder works, pal. Chicks dig the 260 fairway finder.
For your sake, I would hope only Marissa does.
They dig the 260 fairway finder. The quick tee pickup is what I go for. The club twirl, the quick tee pickup after I hit it, no matter where it goes.
Shank it way left, club twirl, pick it up. Let's go.
Exactly. Like I'll be playing Tuesday. I'll do that off the first tee.
Nice. I like it. I gotta learn to do that all in one motion. That way I can do it no matter what.
Let's see. Eagles. I was unable to catch the second half of the fourth quarter for that, but I did watch a lot of it.
Dude, they got wrecked. That's all I really
yeah.
know. They got wrecked.
It wasn't as close as the score indicated. Leonard Fournette, who I forgot to play in fantasy, not forgot, but I chose not to, put up 30, and he ran all over us. And we finally found somebody. Right. We found somebody who blitzes less than Jim Swartz. His name is Jonathan Gadden.
Oh,
our defensive coordinator. And I'm still not a fan of Jalen Hurts. I still don't think he's the long-term answer. But I'm also a little worried about Nick Sirianni and his running the ball like 3 times.
Nick Sirianni's play calling has just been god-awful.
Because Miles Sanders gets positive yards on 98.3% of its runs this year.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He is still on the team. He's on my fantasy team and barely gets squat. And I can't pick up anybody else because nobody else's name I know is on the waiver wire.
Yeah, like, if I'm not mistaken, I was like reading a stat before that showed Miles Sanders having, I think, a season high 9 carries. If I'm not mistaken,
it could be like 4. It's that low.
I think against the Bucks, Miles Sanders actually had like 9 carries, believe it or not, but he had 56 yards. The other running back for the Bucks had 22 carries for like 86 yards or something like
that.
Leonard
Fournette. Yep. That's because they value running the ball because they know it works and you need to keep the defense honest.
The thing that that shocks me about that is the stats literally show Miles Sanders running the ball a third of the time and getting more than half the yards the other player did. If he ran the ball like 3 or 4 more times, he would have had the same amount of yards as the other guy.
Well, he did break off 2 big runs. And when they finally did run the ball, the nuts, standing ovation, everything.
Well, yeah, because everybody's been dying for Sirianni to run the freaking ball.
Yeah. I mean, you got to find a way to put Quez Watkins on the field.
Who's Quez Watkins?
Number 16. He's a wide receiver.
Oh, okay.
He's very fast. And he's a lot better than Jalen Reagor, but because Jalen Reagor was a first-round pick, they're playing Jalen Reagor more than Quez Watkins.
Well, stats don't lie. That's all I gotta say about that. If Reagor's stats are better, keep Reagor out.
If he stinks with his little T-Rex arms, he stinks.
I mean, he did have a 91-yard catch. Dude, what's with these power surges? He did have a 91-yard catch the one game.
Yeah. And they didn't score.
I know they didn't even get a point out of that. Like that's just ridiculous in itself. This city frustrates me, John. Not just one of the sports teams. It's the entire city.
Top 5.
4.5. I'll give the Union a half because they're actually playing well.
No, it's all 5.
No, 4.5. They get me frustrated at times. Right now, all four major teams are frustrating me. And I'll give the Union a half because they frustrated me in the beginning because they were more worried about the tournaments than they were about the regular season. Now that they're worried about the regular season, they're getting their crap together and they're putting points up on the leaderboard and they're really doing a good job securing a spot.
Yeah, well, let me just tell you this. If we go to this game on Saturday and the score's 0-0, I will get a refund.
It's probably not going to be 0-0. Union hasn't gotten a 0-0 game all season.
Yeah, and then the one time I go, they're going to go 0-0. You know how cold it's going to be Saturday night? It's going to be freezing.
What, like 60?
60's the high.
That's going to be a good day.
It's going to be cold.
Dude, you're going to be jumping down on the stands and everything. You're not going to be cold.
You catch me bundled up in Under Armour and like 2 sweatshirts and pajamas and sweatpants.
Yo, you want me to order my P. Willie blanket today? That way we can bring it to the game.
A little free advertising.
Yeah, advertise my logo.
We could advertise our JP Sports logo.
I haven't made merchandise for that yet.
What else we got? The Phillies are their new hitting coach. They hired a new hitting coach, and he's going down to work with Alec Bohm in Clearwater right now.
That's a plus.
Right away, getting started.
Did they have a new
now.
defensive coach?
No, not that I know of.
They should work on that one.
They need a new manager.
Well, yeah, they need to work
Joe
on that
stinks.
one too.
He can go back to New York.
Paul, what's Thursdays?
That's Tenny's on Pattison.
Oh, okay.
I got you, Paul.
All right. Tenny's on Pattison Thursday, 5:30. Yeah, John, your Wi-Fi is definitely iffy.
Is it iffy?
Yeah, because you just froze again for a couple seconds.
Am I good now?
I'm gonna say yes. Yes. Did you have a sound alert you wanted to play because you removed it and then re-added it?
No, I since I put Twitter up, it logged out of the
Okay.
thing for the shared screen. You want to talk about the Union?
I mean, they tied against Montreal, which screwed me in the freaking locks of the week.
Oh, we forgot to do that in the beginning.
It's fine. We'll do a quick recap and then go.
You what?
That's the first time you used that. Yeah, so they tied 2-2. They got a really lucky bounce in, though. I will not lie. Because it was on a set play. They kicked it into the box. It ended up deflecting off a defender, off the post, off the goalie and in.
Yeah.
Like, if that's not a lucky bounce, I don't know what is.
Sounds like Carter Hart.
Like, that was seriously such a lucky bounce, but it worked. Like, I'm okay with it. But then what really ticked me off is in the 95th minute, they let up a goal, which tied it. That ended the game, dude. If they held off for another 30 seconds, that game was theirs, and we'd be tied in the locks of the week.
Mm-hmm.
and they would have 2 more points. That was like such a disappointing blow. I was upset. I was really upset when that happened.
Tell me how you really feel.
When I saw that, I had my hands in my face for like 10 minutes like this. I was like this for a solid 10 minutes. I was very upset. I was not happy with that. I mean, I will not lie. It was a great ball in, great header, perfect placement. Just crushing. It was just crushing.
Almost as crushing as you losing to being locks of the week.
I haven't lost yet. We still got
You're on your way to losing.
We still have 3 more weeks.
That's okay. You got to get off to a hot start.
And then I'll pull Flyers and come back. And pray I don't fully pull Flyers and lose it at the very end.
That's what we're hoping for.
No, that is not what we're hoping for.
All right, pull them up. Let's see what we got here.
All right. So that you guys are more familiar of what we are talking about. John got 2 points this week, and I got squat. So, overall, he's winning 3-2. What's today? The 17th? Yes. John, since you won, you get to go first on what we're picking.
I'm going Union over Nashville this week.
Okay. Because we're going to the game.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll pick the Flyers over the Kraken tomorrow.
All right.
And I'll pick the Sixers over the Pelicans. Let's go. We are back.
Oh, does the regular season start this week?
Wednesday in New Orleans against Zion.
All right, let's pray Ben Simmons doesn't choke.
He might not even play. We don't even know yet.
Oh, really?
Well, he was at practice today and he needs to get into some game shape. So just depending on how fast he ramps it up. And he's supposed to talk to the media either tomorrow or Tuesday. So that is a press conference that I will be locked into like no tomorrow.
Let's see. Who do I want?
I kind of took your uni game this weekend.
Yeah, you did.
Hey,
I'm looking
should've won
at
last week.
I'm looking at hockey right now.
You could take the Flyers over the Bruins or Bruins over the Flyers or the Panthers game.
I'm gonna do. Oops. Oilers beating the Coyotes. I forgot how to spell Coyotes for a second, even though
I mean, Connor
major.
McDavid, I think, had 3 goals the other night.
Yeah, he did.
Kind of ridiculous.
He's just insane. I don't know how he does it.
And the rest of his team blows.
I know. Should I go all hockey?
Do it.
All right. All right, so we got Bruins are going to beat the Sabres. And then yes, they are. All right. I have Flyers beating Panthers. And those are our locks of the week. Locked in, can't change them. Locks of the week.
I feel confident I'll go 3-0. Real confident, actually.
I mean, I need to see the Flyers a little bit more to be a little more confident in my pick. But overall, I think the Oilers can beat the Coyotes. And if the Bruins don't beat the Sabres, I'll be amazed.
Yeah.
Like the Sabres are not that good of a team. So
Well, especially since they got rid of Ristolainen.
Coyotes are the future of Houston's team.
Yeah. Yeah, they could be. Pat, J Steve was in my stream like probably a month and a half ago when I was playing MLB, and we were just talking about. And he's from a Houston fan.
Oh shoot! What's up, Steve? Good to have you here. We have anything else?
No. Go Birds.
Yeah, we'll say go Birds. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like they're probably going to go like 4-14 or 4-13 this season. But
notice how I did not pick them this week.
Yeah,
I totally forgot that they played.
Who are they even playing against?
We
can do a quick prediction on them.
Okay. They play. I should know this.
What kind of fan are you?
I should know this. They played Detroit. Oh, that's a win. On Halloween. Easy dub. Detroit hasn't won a game yet. 0-6. It's in Detroit, but they still haven't won a game with Jared Goff.
Well, week 7? They play against Detroit?
Yeah.
I'm seeing the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, they could be playing the Raiders. Stupid. Oh, wait. Timeout. They do play the Raiders. When I looked at it on Google.
You were looking at week 8.
Well, it skipped a week because it goes from Tampa to Detroit, but I didn't realize that they put this week's game all the way up at the top. That's my bad.
All right.
The Raiders with John Gruden not there because he resigned due to his unfortunate situation.
Unfortunate situation?
Yeah, he sent like 600,000 or 65,000 emails about just using like racist language and talking about different people and talking about
that's not unfortunate at that point.
The LGBTQ community.
That's
just
not unfortunate at that point.
It's in like almost like 100,000 emails back and forth. So
should I do the pitch perfect thing? He was cut off.
Well, the thing is, they've only fired John Gruden, nobody else so far. But if he's sending an email, somebody else has got to be fired too. Like, there's got to be a bunch of other people that are involved in it. So we're kind of just in this waiting game to see who else is involved in it. So,
gotcha. You want to do something different this week?
Okay.
I have the JMP Sports Podcast Twitch up. You want me to try and raid off to somebody on Twitch before we actually like close off?
Yeah.
Do you have anybody in mind? Steve, do you have anybody in mind?
Oh, my dad was on Twitch. That's weird. He's usually on Twitter.
Yeah, I know. That was weird. I mean, I don't follow any other podcasts on Twitch, but I mean, like, we can send it over to somebody in my community, Tuck Senpai.
Sure.
Great name. I still love that name. I'm going to pull him up real quick. What's he doing? He's trading Pokemon cards. So we'll actually send that over real quick. Thank you all for watching. What up? Oh, I don't have permission for that. Never mind. We'll do it next week. I gotta set some other things up.
Good.
Yep.
We will talk to you guys after the Union game when we were there, and we'll let you know about how it went.
Yeah, so we're doing it Sunday, right?
Sunday.
Podcast Sunday. What time?
We'll shoot for 8.
8 p.m.
Yeah, we'll shoot for 8.
Podcast Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be square, not too square like SpongeBob.
Because then you'll be squared, like 2 squared. Forget about what I said. Move on past from that.
Clip. Oh man. Stay safe, guys. We will. God dang it, didn't mute. Stay safe out there, guys. We will catch you next week and Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Don't you be